Today we're doing a video about how to rig Ragna for sailing. We'll go over all the pieces that you need, we'll collect all the parts from the shed, and then we'll show you how to rig it. So here in the shed, starting over in the far left, we've got all of the oars in the corner, and each of the boats have a color of tape, a strip of tape. Ragna is blue, and so I'll go around and show where each of the pieces are that we'll need, and then we'll collect them after. So the oars, the throw lines, which is part of the safety gear, the key is in the white box, and then over here underneath the bench is the rudder. The sailing rig is up top in the ceiling rack, and the life jackets are over on the far wall. The lock is at the back of the boat. Find which way the key goes, lock it again, and leave the lock on the dock. It works well to put the rudder on from on the dock when the boat is in this position. So find your way onto the pintles as the boat is moving around. So maneuver it so that it goes onto the two pins. If you start one slightly before the other, it works well, and push it down. Bring the rig into the boat, and then put the gaff jaws around the mast. Starting with the parallel lines, you feed the line through the hole in the jaw, and then tie a stopper knot. Then clip the downhaul on. Make sure that you've got some slack on there. Untie from the breast hook. Take that line back. Look up and make sure that it's not entangled around the mast. And straight back to the bridle line, which runs from along the gaff. And so then you need to feed the line through that and tie a bowline. So then you're ready to hoist sail. Get out there, point into the wind, and make sure that your boom and your gaff are not hooking onto underneath the knees. Come up to the front. Raise the sail all the way so that the knot is right up against the mast. Reach down underneath the sail and take out the slack in the halyard line. Take that right up so that you get some tension on it, and clean it in. Make sure you've got a little bit of line to pull in, then pull back as you're pulling down, and it will snap into place. Once you've got the sail raised, make sure that the downhaul is untangled, and give it a little bit of tension, light tension for a low wind, and a little bit more tension for a higher wind. Before you get underway, you'll want to lower the centreboard. So unhook it from the cleat, and it usually needs a little bit of a pull to get going. Don't just drop it, lower it gently. For going upwind, you'll want full depth. Snap the rope in place so that it stays near you. And as you're going downwind, you might need to raise the centerboard a bit. You might be able to do that with the line. Sometimes you need to give it a bit of a push with your hand. So the safety line should be clipped on somewhere. It's got a snap strap, and a good place to do that is with your bailing bucket. Make sure that you've got a bailing bucket tied to the boat. We've got a loop here And so bring your throw line around that rope and it will stay with the boat. When you're sailing, you'll want to be sitting on the side seats so that you have full access to the rudder and you've got a good view out front. You adjust your sail, taking in or easing off. And remember that with these cleats, pull it a little bit as you're putting tension on it, and that will snap into place. Before you leave the dock, be sure to grab your oars. Even if you don't need them to get out, you'll need them to get in. Bring them into the boat, leave them off to the side, and they'll be there when you need them. Grab the oars, put them in the oarlock, and off you go. Be sure you book your boat on the Google Calendar and tell what time you're planning on going and what time you're planning on coming back. And also be sure to tell a friend or a family member what time you're going out and when you expect to be back, just so that there can be help on the way if you do run into trouble. Also, make sure to bring your cell phone along, and you'll have full coverage out on the water, and so that you can call someone if you need to.